For the first of our feature stories tonight, we return to President Barack Obama's visit to South Africa. He's held several official engagements and met Nelson Mandela's family, though not the ailing man himself. But the welcome has not been universal.
A stun grenade is detonated and rubber bullets fired.
Nobody's shooting. Nobody's shooting.
The anti-Obama protesters retreat, reluctantly, angrily.
Shoot me! How can you shoot my wife?
One man is dragged away by police. Armed officers continue to force demonstrators back. They have little choice.
Move, cameraman, move.
The protesters had earlier clashed with police, who were keeping them away from the entrance to the University of Johannesburg Soweto campus.
We want one lane. They must never award that man that honorary award that they want to give him because he's an oppressor himself.
The protest started about half a kilometre from the university gates, but these demonstrators are determined for Barack Obama to feel their presence. They want to get right to the gate for his arrival.
The picket was given an hour to demonstrate opposite the gates. Police mobilised when the mob refused to retreat as agreed. And for some, the consequences of defiance were painful.
And I just saw this one police just pointing a gun at me and shot me at very close range.
In the end, police prevailed and the presidential motorcade arrived to no obvious signs of unrest. In Soweto, Luke Waters, World News Australia.
South Africans born after 1994 are commonly referred to as born frees. They never experienced apartheid, and next year thousands will be eligible to vote for the first time. But as SBS reporter Luke Waters explains, there are fears the generation is politically disengaged and disappointingly apathetic.
These teens were born free and active. But note their clothes. The group participates in what's known as Skatana.
But people respect you. You gain respect from it, you know. If you've got expensive clothes like me, you know, people see that this man is a boss, man. It's like up there, you know, and everybody just wants to be like you.
It's part game, part lifestyle, part culture. Symbolism of wealth most here don't really have.
The shoes cost 2,000 plus. The pants cost about 800. This is DH. The shirt is a Uzi shirt, which is 600 Rand, and this is about 400 Rand.
Accessories on top, that's more than a month's wages in Vosloorus, where unemployment exceeds 50%.
In a sense, perhaps celebrating what was fought for. In other words, they finally have some freedom. What they choose to do with it is to spend it in a fashion which is blatantly consumerist.
Commentator Philip de Wet says Skatana is symptomatic of many born frees who exhibit a disturbing reluctance to engage politically.
Now keep in mind that we're talking about a country where that is unknown. During the struggle generations, it was the young people who really pushed the struggle forward.
It's estimated more than 2 million so-called born frees will be eligible to vote in next year's national elections. But many we spoke to in this community of Vosloorus say they'll refuse to take up that opportunity.
I said I didn't know. Maybe I might change my mind, but I didn't want to vote at all. Yes.
Say Party and Dano are best friends, but when it comes to politics, their views polarise. Say Party says the ANC has failed her generation.
But they don't do anything, they're just sitting at home. There's no opportunities right now. So I don't see any reason for us to vote. ANC.
I will vote, but I don't know for who, but for ANC.
A few streets away at church, aspiring pilot Ngosnathi sees next year's ballot as an opportunity and privilege.
I want to vote. I want to know how it feels like to vote, to be part of that, because I want South Africa to be a better place.
While Skatana may be cult-like in these communities, it could also be a fad. At least in some cases, beneath the bling and the swag, there's a level of engagement.
Of course, I'm going to vote for the ANC. It's my favourite party, and I think I'm going to go with it. I think they could lead this for us.
In Phosphorus, South Africa, Luke Waters, World News Australia.